Good morning from Copenhagen again. So today we rented two bikes. Then we still have the Copenhagen Card active. So today we will see a bunch of museums and nice places in Copenhagen. Do you have enough places to visit during a week in Copenhagen? You have more than enough. You have plenty.
Welcome to the Round Tower, one of Copenhagen's most iconic buildings. The Round Tower was built by Christian IV in the 17th century to show his gratitude to the Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe. At the time, Denmark was famous for its astronomical research.
So another great thing to do in Copenhagen is to visit the Round Tower, which I tend to call the White Tower. Right now it's really busy, it's almost 12, but I think it's because it's a holiday and basically all families come here with children. It's really full of children, and right at the top should be a really nice view of the city, so let's see it.
Today, it is the oldest functioning observatory in Europe. And the breathtaking view at the top isn't the only thing the tower has to offer. Here you will also find a grand library hall, which now hosts various exhibitions.
So this is the view from the Round Tower. It's really nice. Even if you don't have the card, the Copenhagen card, is like 40 crowns the entry, and it offers really nice views over the city. It's definitely worth visiting it. Even for a picture, it's really nice, and apparently it's really popular for everybody. So yeah, this is the place to be. On to our next stop of the day, because we still have a bunch of things to do in Copenhagen thanks to our Copenhagen card. So let us go.
Did you notice that the tower has a hollow core? Don't worry, it's protected by glass and you won't fall.
I forgot to mention that today we decided to rent a bike for the day to get around the city and getting to the museums and the rest of the places we want to visit. So basically our hostel, fortunately, they do rent bikes, but you can find a lot of shops everywhere. A lot of hotels rent them, a lot of shops everywhere. Just have to search for them on Google Maps. We paid for 24 hours 100 crowns, which is basically less than 20 euros. It's like, I don't know, maybe 17 euros, something like that. And these are bikes. Yeah. It's really easy to get around with the bike because you have bike lanes everywhere. Copenhagen is actually the city with most bike lanes in the world, so it's really easy if you don't have a lot of experience using a bike around the city. Yeah.
There was this lady in a car with 3 wheels, like really small, like as small as a bike or smaller, and she was trying to light a fag or a joint while she was driving.
Yeah,
and she managed to, because it's pretty comfortable to ride.
People are really relaxed here, so don't worry about it.
Because they're on holiday, it's endlich summer.
Yeah, endless summer.
Endless summer.
It's the endless summer month, apparently, because everybody's here visiting their things, attractions and stuff in the city, which is nice. So the next stop in Copenhagen is Christiansborg Castle, which is right in the middle of the city. It's like this huge building over here. It's right by the water.
Welcome to Christiansborg Palace, the place to experience 800 years of Danish royal history. Once home to kings and queens, Christiansborg Palace now houses the Danish Parliament, the Supreme Court and the Ministry of State. You can visit the state rooms and walk in the footsteps of royalty. The Great Hall is the most imposing room in the palace. This is where you will find the Queen's tapestries. The Danish business community marked the occasion of Her Majesty Queen Margaret II's 15th birthday in the 1990s by ordering a gift of 11 tapestries. This series of tapestries depict 1,000 years of Danish history. The Prime Minister of Denmark also uses the royal reception rooms in connection with state visits by foreign state leaders. The Alexandra Hall is used for official dinners. So if you hold a ticket to the royal reception rooms, you are entitled to a free guided tour of the premises. Other experiences at Christiansborg Palace include a spooky tour of the ruins discovered underneath the palace, which include a wall dating from the Middle Ages, and a trip around the castle's former kitchen, complete with sounds and models. If you may want to visit the ruins, the royal reception rooms, the royal stables, and the royal kitchen, you can choose to buy an individual ticket for any of these, or to buy a combined ticket that includes all of these. So if you plan to visit 2 of the exhibitions, then you are better off with a combined ticket. And if you have the Copenhagen Card, all of these entries are included.
So we just visited the Christiansborg Castle, the royal reception rooms, the royal reception rooms. Then we also visited the ruins, which are underneath the castle, which date back from the day the castle was only a fortress, which was like 1,000 years ago. And then you can also visit the royal kitchen and the stable. So basically there are 4 museums. The royal reception rooms are the largest and will take the most time to visit. And I want to ask you, Edward, did you enjoy visiting the museum?
I very much enjoyed visiting the museum, Julia. I especially liked the royal palace, I guess.
The reception rooms.
Reception room, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it had a lot of royally stuff, like paintings and sculptures.
And it looks really nice.
And it's very nice, psychedelic, modern quilts depicting Danish history. Those I liked the best. I thought that was very clever to include them, to commission them and include them.
Carlsberg Glyptotek displays ancient and modern art in truly unique surroundings. It was founded in 1888 by brewer Carl Jacobsen. The gallery is renowned for its marble sculpture and its winter garden. Inside, you will discover a beautiful building with high ceilings. The winter garden is full of palm trees surrounding a fountain and a pond, and that was my favorite. As for the collections, there's plenty to see. The gallery is divided into ancient and modern collections. The Department of Antiques houses excellent collections of Egyptian, Greek, and Roman art. You'll walk through 3,500 years of art and history. Can you imagine yourself in ancient Greece? Or maybe in Egypt or Rome?
Our next and probably final museum of the day. Thank you, Edward, for the sound effect. Is the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum in downtown Copenhagen. It's a really interesting museum with lots of believe it or not stories. Most of them you would not believe, but apparently they're true. So kind of weird things in a museum, if I were to describe it. This is made out of vinyl records, yeah, so basically they have stuff like this.
This is the only Ripley's Believe It or Not exhibition in all Scandinavia. Here you will find a world of curious, which is quite a long way from the everyday normalities that you're used to. The exhibits are collected from all over the world. You'll see many things that seem fake at first, but then you get to read their stories and begin to wonder. You'll see things like a two-headed cow, don't worry, it's stuffed, and a genuine shrunken head no bigger than a clenched fist. Other must-sees include a woman who alonged her neck 34 centimeters using metal rings, the condemned prisoner who survived 13 shots and was granted a reprieve, and the awesome reconstruction of the Taj Mahal built from 300,000 matches. The Church of Our Saviour is one of Denmark's most famous landmarks. Ever since the Serpentine Spiral was inaugurated in 1752, it has become a popular pastime to climb the 400 steps to the top. Here on the top, our Savior himself stands on the top of a golden globe and keeps watch over the royal city of Copenhagen. 6 years and a large amount of money has been spent on renovating the spire. Each year, more than 60,000 people climb the many flights of stairs to the top, which is 90 meters above street level. In 2007, the view from the top was voted the best in the city by the Copenhageners. The last 150 steps are on the outside of the spire. which is not a place for those afraid of heights. Usually, this place is full, so it's recommended that you book your visit online. With a prior booking, you can secure a spot in the tower and avoid potential queues. Oh, and expect lots of wind. I hope this video inspired you to visit Copenhagen. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in my next video about the best things to do in Copenhagen and around. And don't forget to subscribe to receive a weekly dose of awesome travel inspiration, mostly from Europe. Take care, bye bye.